All right, number 1, state the general period and group trends among main group elements with respect to each of the following properties. Let's start with atomic radii. So here we're just stating the trends. We're not trying to explain why. That'll be later. So atomic radii, they generally decrease across periods and increase down groups. First ionization energy generally increases across a period and decreases down groups. C, electron affinity generally increases across periods among groups 13 through 17. Right? Those are the p block elements, with the exception of the noble gases, and decreases down groups. Now, there are several exceptions to this, and so you can tell that we have a couple of different qualifiers here. We're talking about p group elements, not the noble gases, and there are a bunch of exceptions within the p block. Several exceptions as you go down a group. Because there are so many exceptions and qualifiers, we are not going to be asked a lot of questions about electron affinity on the assessments, but you will need to know the general trends and the definition of electron affinity. D, ionic radii. Remember, for ionic radius, we are not going from left to right in the periodic table. We're not going from top to bottom within a group. We are comparing the radius of an ion to the radius of the neutral atom. Okay, so we're comparing it to its original atom before it was ionized. So cations are generally smaller than neutral atoms. So when that atom was still neutral, it was a certain size. When it ionized, it's a cation, so it lost electrons. When it did that, it became smaller. Anions, negatively charged ions, are generally larger than the neutral form of that atom. So when they gained electrons, they actually increased in size.